in this vast multiverse? Who are you?
We are made of matter and nothing more.
Being a real mixed up human
Vast
being
multiverse.
is a manifestation of nature.
Open your eye.
Hey guys, it's been a while. Welcome back to my page. I missed you. And today we're going to talk about how do we cleanse? How do we cleanse ourselves? How do we cleanse our tarot oracle decks? How do we cleanse our space? Now, keep in mind, this is my personal practice. This is how I like to cleanse. There is no wrong way to do this. There is no right way to do this. It is all up to you. You right there. There, and there. All of you. All right, let's jump into it. We're going to start with like the most basic way I ever learned how to start cleansing. Incense. Using incense, you can chant, you can sing, you can think your intent. I am still really bad about saying my stuff out loud. I am an in monologue person. And there's no wrong way to start this out. You know, as you light it, think of something you want to clear. If you're clearing your deck, you're clearing out all the residual energy from your last reading. If you're cleansing yourself, you're letting go of all the negative stuff that you've picked up throughout the day. If you're cleansing the room, you're cleansing out all the energy it has held for however since the last time you cleansed it was. It is all based on you, what the intent of your trying to cleanse is, and how long you're trying to cleanse. So say that I wanted to cleanse this deck of cards. I haven't cleansed it since the last time I went live stream. So I would sit here and I would let the smoke go on top and on bottom of the deck. I'd sit here and shuffle them into the smoke and just kind of let them do their thing. I can sit here and I can say, Spirit, as long as it is in the highest good, I would like you to cleanse and release all the negative energy that is withheld in this deck. And I like to transform the negative energy into something positive instead of releasing it. So I ask spirits, guides, may you transform this negative energy into something positive that my cards can feed off of for their next reading, for when I next use them. Technical difficulties. And the same can be said for your pendulums, your pendulum boards. I ask my spirits, I ask my guides, if it is in the highest good, please cleanse and transform this negative energy into something positive that my tools can use for their next reading. And if I'm going to cleanse my house, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to come up with a mantra or a chant. Good vibes only. Okay? Good vibes only. And the whole time in my mind space, I'm thinking about all the energy I want to clear out, what I want to release, and what I'm trying to transform it into and turn it into. So, how are we feeling about incense? Are we good? All right, awesome. Let's move on to the next one. The sound method. I won't show them on camera because they're personal to me, but my personal favorite out of sound is using chimes. Oh, I love that sound. You get big bowls, small bowls, big chimes, small chimes. That doesn't really matter. It's your personal preference. But when I use my sound bowl, I like to go I like to hit it 4 times, representing the 4 corners of my house, also north, south, east, and west. If I'm cleansing an energy out of my space, if I'm just cleansing the room, I like to go into the 4 corners of the room, and then once I'm done that, I hit it 4 more times. I like the number 4. And then I just let it ring until it's done. And the same thing is done for my chimes. I'll go around, I'll say my chant, Spirit, if it is in my highest good, the evil that dwells here, the negative energy that is here, it needs to be released. And I'll bejingle them a certain amount of times, and at the end of those times, we feel the release. And this doesn't have to just go for cleansing your house or yourself. I like to do this for my cards too. If I haven't used incense and I just want a quick little, I'll set my cards under my chimes, I'll spread them all out, and I'll shake my chimes over them to cleanse them, or I just kind of until I feel that the cards don't need it anymore, until it's not necessary anymore. If you have a certain energy you're going for, if you're not trying to cleanse, if you are trying to just boost up the energy of the room or your deck or yourself, cleansing bundles. You mix your own herbs into them. You can make it very personalized. This one is for new beginnings, new joys, new energy. So whenever I'm feeling like there's a newness or I need some feng shui going on, I do this around my house, and I do it the same way I do the incense or I do the sound. I do my little chants. I do everything in my head. I do everything, mostly everything I do is in my mind space. And I will walk around the house to the four corners. I open up the windows. One of the easiest and most simplest, other than incense, to cleanse your cards, crystals. You can leave a crystal on there initially after you've cleansed until next time, so you don't have to worry about cleansing or them picking up any negative energy. If you haven't cleansed and you know that your crystals cleanse, you have a certain crystal, leave it on there for a couple of hours and it just sucks out the negative energy. And then you can use your crystal to transform it into something positive and take that energy from the crystal and use it in your practice. And you can place these around your home, place them on windowsills, place them in doorways. It's going to help keep the negative energy out. And I know people like to say, oh, I cleanse my crystals as soon as I get them. A crystal is self-cleansing. You don't initially have to cleanse it. It already is. It deflects, it redirects energy. It already does its job. So if you're cleansing it, it's not doing a whole lot. You can charge these in moonlight. You can charge them in sunlight. You can run certain ones, especially not these, in water. Mostly anything ending in "ite", don't put it in water. Another good way to cleanse, not just yourself, but also your cards, incense oil. I get crystal infused incense oil from my local shop. You just take a few drips. I'm not going to show it here, but I like to draw runes and words on myself before I go live and do tarot, before any tarot. If you want to cleanse your cards, drop a few drips of oil, not enough where you're going to soak it, but enough where you can just like rub it, a little dab onto the top of the cards, put a crystal there, and let it cleanse and let it charge. Now, this isn't necessarily for your cards. This is mainly just for you. If you have just a buildup of energy and you can feel the pressure on yourself and you want to get rid of that, bath rituals are a blessing. And you don't have to take a bath. You can even take a shower. It doesn't really matter. It's your preference. All you have to do is get some herbs, get some spices, maybe put them in like a little mesh baggie and hang them above your shower head and let that soak on you. Let it cleanse you. If you're more bougie and you want to take some baths every now and then, get some fresh fruit, slice them up, get some flowers, throw them in there, get some seasonings, throw those in the bathtub. Make yourself basically, you're having a tea bath. Cleanse, that's how you take care of yourself. It is a big form of self-care to do this. You are cleansing yourself. You're ridding yourself of your toxic patterns, your toxic energy, and you're not leaving it behind because it's still a part of you, but you're transforming it into something greater so that you can add it to your practice. You guys will learn so quickly. I am all about reduce, reuse, recycle energy. So if it can be transferred into something useful for me, I'm gonna do it. Negatively from my cards or myself, I don't necessarily leave that or send that out into the universe. I hold it back into me, but it's becoming gold light. It's not that negative pattern that it was. It's being redirected so that I can utilize it in my personal practice. Energy and intent is all up to the individual. So however you practice is how you utilize these tools to help your practice. If you are more into sounds, maybe water, use water, sun water, and take little drips of those and put them onto your decks of cards before and after your use. If you're more into smoke cleanses, make your own bundles. Make your own bundle of cleanses. Make your own homemade incense. And if you want to take it a step further and you like beauty magic, you can start cleansing your body with lotions and body scrubs. You can put herbals and crystals in there to infuse it and use that energy for yourself. So remember, there is no one way to practice. It is up to the individual how you practice. Take it one step at a time. If one practice doesn't work, maybe another one does. It took me years to figure out my own style and what I personally like to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do not think you're doing something wrong. You guys are doing it exactly as you should. Maybe it's time for you to take this up to the next level. But practicing in your cleansing, practicing in your warding. In your practice, it is so important that you learn about you. Your practice is a reflection of you. So it is so imperative that we understand ourselves. Journal dreams, journal your thoughts, journal your feelings. I know it sounds, redonkulous, but write it all down. That is the only way that you're going to reflect and learn. This is why we meditate, practice yoga. You push your body to your limits. That way you learn your body, you know your mind. So my practice is an extension of myself, and I do myself in weird and quirky ways. So if you're doing stuff in weird and quirky ways, it's an extension of you. And that's how you honor that version of you. You're just bringing it into the physical. You're making it the reality. All these are just extensions, tools that are visual representations of what's going on up here. But thank you guys so much for supporting me and being here on this channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, come check me out. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing week. Bye. Hi. What was I gonna say? Oh, sheet.